Welcome everybody to the one night's game. The St. Andrews Sewanee Mountain Lions, undefeated currently on their season record, as well as undefeated in the MTAC South Division games they have played, facing against the Franklin Classical School Knights, who are also undefeated in South games they played and also undefeated on their entire season. Both teams are 4-0 going into this game. One winner will be determined tonight. One will go undefeated out of this game, and one will take a loss on their season. Good evening, everyone. Spencer Tomset, voice of 8-Man Extreme, here with Trent Legate bringing you every bit of action. We got James Shannon over at the other side of the street, actually, watching the Lighthouse Franklin Christian Academy game. He'll be giving us updates from there. But we've got a big game tonight. You know the stories between the two teams. The St. Andrews Sewanee Mountain Lions have not had a successful season, unfortunately, looking to potentially bring a championship to the mountain as they're actually on in Sewanee. And of course, the Franklin Classical School Knights unfortunately had a slump last year. They faced off against the Hendersonville Christian Academy Crusaders in a game that was outside of the MTAC Bowl, lower than the MTAC Bowl, and not even a official game, just organized for fun at the last second. But now Coach Seth Worthington leading their team to 4-0. It's going to be a great matchup for you tonight. And Trent, we look at how both of these teams have played throughout the half of the season. I mean, first off, we're halfway through the season. Where did the time go, first off? But second off, I mean, both of these teams are very aware of what's going to be happening tonight. They're aware of what's at stake, potentially a playoff deciding game, potentially, of course. But both of these teams, you're looking especially at the matchup between the offensive and defensive lines, of course. But what can you say about, you know, the stakes that this game has?
As both teams, it's just a win. It's just a chance to get another win or another loss. And that's the way they're going to play it. Whenever I was playing, I didn't look at numbers till the end of the season. Because that's what really matters. I'm sure the coaches both told teams, play like this is just another game. So it is high stake, but they might not be taking it like that.
And of course, you're looking forward to what you've said is the best offensive line and defensive line matchup for any of the games this season. And of course, Isaiah Austin clashing against, I believe, the center for the Mountain Lions. His name's slipping my mind at the moment. But you're looking forward to this matchup between the lines more so than the rest of the players.
I did not say this is the best matchup during the season. Okay, but against Austin and
that's what I'm saying. It slipped my mind with his name as well. The starting center for the Mountain Lions. We have our rosters back up with our broadcast equipment, which we will bring those to you as we go through the game.
Yeah, it's going to be battling the trenches this game. I have said, and I still strongly believe it, no bias, just purely by watching him, Josh Austin, number 55 for FCS, is the best center in our league. That's all I got to say. From what I've watched, from the games I've seen, he's the one that's most impressed me.
And of course, we'll see exactly how all of these players participate tonight in essentially a battle for the South as of now, because whoever wins this game takes first place in the MTAC South based on their record so far. And of course, Webb and FCA are still in the chase because both of them have only... Actually, Webb has not played a game in the MTAC South yet. I believe they're on their bye week after losing to New Life last week. And FCA only having one victory in the South, and that was against Riverside Christian Academy last week. And they've only played two games, one against Christian Community and North Team, and one against the Freedom Cowboys, who are out of conference. So both of these teams are going to be looking closely at this game, especially tonight.
Yeah, Webb, you can't count him out because it's Webb. And you gotta kind of look at the games, like you said. Some teams haven't played a lot of conference games. They've both played two.
Mm-hmm. They both played at least 2 games on their season. I believe FCA has had 3. Yes, FCA has had 3. They are 1-2 on their overall record, but they've only gotten one divisional victory. The only division game they played against Riverside was last week, and they had a complete blowout down there in Fayetteville. And of course, Webb has not played a division game. I believe they are playing one tonight. We'll look at that as we look back at the helmet schedule, back up with our broadcast equipment and such. But Webb has not played a division game as of now, and FCA has only played 1 division game.
Yeah, so you got to look at the teams FCS has played, and then look at the teams SAS has played. They both played. They played Bowling Green, which gave them a good hard fought, and that game could have went both ways. And then FCS just got done playing the Freedom Cowboys. They just got done. So they both play good teams. They both have good competition. And now this is where they got to put on their man drawers and step up to the plate. And they gotta. Thank you. And what's that word? They just gotta play. They just gotta play their best game they've played to be able to get a win. Because neither team's gonna lay down. They're gonna play till the final whistle.
And we've talked to both coaches before the game. We'll give you their thoughts about the game as we go on further with the broadcast. But for now, we're waiting the coin toss here in the middle of the field between the Knights and the Mountain Lions.
That's perfect.
For both captains coming up for both teams here. And coin toss occurring here in the middle of the field.
All right. Okay, Swanee. St. Andrew Swanee traveled the far this year. The visiting team. This is series 11 is my speaking captain. Said, don't fail. Okay? If I drop it, we'll do it again. All right? Finish tail. All right? Which end do you want to defend? Kind of focus. You feel good like that? You got some over here? All right, shake hands again, guys. Come on.
If you did not hear the audio on there, the Mountain Lions won the coin toss and have elected to receive, and the Classical Knights will defend the scoreboard for the first half. So we're going to head up to the bleachers. The Knights and the Mountain Lions next.
The Knights elected for Swanee to receive.
So the Mountain Lions received it. We'll look at their starting offense. Number 5 at tackle, Bailey McLean. Number 7 at running back, Blaze Zettler. Number 8 at tackle, Kip Barksdale. Number 9 at running back, Ben Matthews. As a rush up here the middle. Ooh. Trying to see who made the rush there. It looked like it was...
Tackled by number 22, Caden Dickerson.
Couldn't see who made the rush there. Number 9 at running back, Ben Matthews. Number 11 at quarterback, Dustin Stensby. Number 45 at center, Kalen McLean. Number 52 at, I'm trying to see his position, that position there. Probably at guard, Justin Illigari. And number 77, Jalen Tillman at guard. It's kind of hard to read the handwriting there, but we got it there.
45-yard line. Looks like it's a first down for the Mountain Lions.
The 1st and 10 for the Mountain Lions, pushing down here with rushing. So now 1st and 10 on the 46-yard line. Here's ball snap, fake handoff. Here's Stensby going up the middle. He's having to be pulled down. That's Caden Dickerson with the tackle. Good rush by Stensby. And they'll move the chains for another first down there.
Like the coach from FCS said, all you got to do really against Sewanee is stop their run. Because if you can stop their main weapon, and they barely use their secondary, if you can stop their primary weapon, then they'll be good in this game.
Of course, John Hargis mentioned to us pregame as well that they got a pass for 25 yards for a touchdown. It was a good run by Will Bongard.
44 for the Mountain Lions.
So Will Bongard, the junior, getting that rush. 2nd and 2, an 8-yard gain. Of course, John Hargis mentioned to us before the game that they had a 25-yard passing touchdown. That was in their game last week. And we'll see if they have any more passing tricks up their sleeve as Stensby hands it off. So no passes so far yet. Jack Simmons, the senior, taking the rush up the middle, and that'll move the chains for another first down. So the Mountain Lions already rushing through the middle and making it clear that they're going to rush.
Yeah, well, I mean, did anyone not know that this was going to happen? Sewanee's going to run the ball.
To our knowledge, yep, they're going to be running the ball as much as they can. Here's ball snapped, fake handoff, and here's Stensby, pitches it out to his left. That's Will Bongard going on the right side, staying inbounds to about the 10-yard line. Maybe called just short. It might be first and goal there, just a little bit short. There's Will Bongard making the good run.
Yeah, let's see. They have to start using him a little bit more because their number one, as I heard, has a bit of an injury, and the coach is kind of cautious about using him. Don't want to hurt him for the rest of the season. I understand that. So you're probably going to see 44 get a lot of touches tonight.
And it is not first and goal. It's on the 11-yard line. So here's Stensby again up the middle, and Stensby is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Number 11, Dustin Stensby.
Dustin Stensby with a good rushing touchdown there. That'll stop the clock a little bit, but almost 3 minutes off the clock already from the rushing game. It's a good strategy that the Mountain Lions have used to their advantage to stay undefeated thus far.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have the most possession, then, you know, if you have more possession, it's not always the case that team has most possession wins, but a lot of cases it is.
And an advantage here for the Mountain Lions is that 21 Gabriel Stevens is a kicker of field goals, and that one right through the uprights. 7-0 with 9:02 left to go in the first quarter. The Mountain Lions draw first blood. Here's the kickoff for the Mountain Lions. This one will go slightly deep and fumbled a little bit by the Knights. Emmanuel Thom's not able to pick it up and gets it and loses the ball. But it's picked up by 55 of the Knights, Josh Austin. Can't make those mistakes in prime time.
No, but the hearts dropped of FCS fans here. Did they get it back?
Yes, they did. That was picked up by Josh Austin.
Okay, well then I'm ready to see this. This is what I've been waiting for all week. Josh Austin versus 77. Don't know his name. I can't wait to see this first play.
Jalen Tillman and for the starting offense for FCS at number 2 Eli Cornett. As the ball is being rushed on the right side, that's Eli Cornett, the freshman who had a good game against the the team based in Mount Juliet, the Tennessee Heat.
I don't know if y'all remember, but the first game we did on FCS versus Riverside, I said the first handoff he got, I said, that's going to be a freshman to make my hit list, and he was, and well, I haven't been wrong so far.
So it's starting offense for the Knights, number 2 Eli Cornett at one of the running backs, number 9 at right guard Jaden Frazier, number 11 Cole Warren at quarterback, as here's the rush again by Cornett, and he's tackled down, so the clock continually running down. So Cole Warren at quarterback, number 11. Number 34, Joshua Sperry at tight end. Number 55, Josh Austin at center. Number 72, Sam Ellis at guard. Number 82, Jack Adams. I believe also this is a guard there. And 86, Isaiah Austin at guard. So we'll see what the Knights can do here on 3rd and 4. Here's Warren going out to his right, looking for someone to pass to. Quick toss to one of the Knights. He's just short, tackled on about the 34-yard line. Moves the chains for a first down. That's Jaden Frazier at number 1, or maybe number 9 there. Just didn't see his roster there. Okay, so number 1 is Jaden Frazier. They have him listed as number 9 on here, so likely they've changed some numbers around, or they may have different jersey numbers based on their home or away. That was a good catch and good first down there by Jaden Frazier.
Good throw on the run, really. That's all I saw on that. Good blocking, like I expected, and a great throw on the run.
That's Eli Cornett taking the rush there again. Gets a gain of about 3 yards on the play. Second down.
2nd and 7 for the Knights.
So here's 2nd and 6. Warren hands it off to his running back and going up the middle, just weaving through. He's still loose. That's 7. Joshua Pace on the right side. He's being chased by 20 of the Mountain Lions, and he stopped just short of the goal line. It's good effort by Steven Zhu to stop him, but Joshua Pace, the senior, gets them to 1st and goal.
That was a good breakout play. That's what FCS needed. They need someone to get their momentum back in this game. You know, that wasn't all gone for them, but, you know, it's something to pump them up a little bit more.
Of course, the Knights with only 1 pass so far and the rest rushes. It's worked out for them. Taking a little bit of a Swanee strategy as it is so far. Here's ball snapped, and here's Warren looking for the pass on the right side. Spin moves, goes to his right, and Warren almost staying on his feet, trips on his own teammate there. Loses about a yard or 2 on the play. 2nd and goal. Warren could have been in the end zone if he had not tripped on his teammate.
Yeah, it looked like a human joystick right there. Just a move and then another move. And I thought he was about to break out, and he had a blocker to help him get into the end zone, but he just tripped up. And luckily that guy that was laying on the ground was able to get up and get back and get him down.
The Knights on 2nd and goal. Looks like about on the 4-yard line. Warren in the shotgun with Cornett behind him. Warren pitches it out to Cornett. Going on the left side, pushes through, and he's shoved into the end zone for a Knights touchdown.
Eli Cornett runs the 3 yards for the touchdown now for the point after attempt.
One thing I'd like to point out, we talk about Sewanee burned the clock, but they burned 4 minutes and 10 seconds plus on the clock when Sewanee only burned 3.
So now it's down to 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. We'll see if the Knights will try a field goal here. We haven't seen anybody on their team that can kick a field goal, so likely we'll see a 2-point conversion attempt here to take the lead.
Yeah, if I'd guess a 2-point conversion.
And it is, with Warren rushing on the right side, being chased by the defensive lineman Jalen Tillman, and he is well short of the end zone. 7-6 the score. The Mountain Lions leading by an extra point over the Knights with 4:50 left to go in the first quarter.
Cole was trying to find Ray Harlow in the end zone.
We want to thank all of you for tuning in to tonight's primetime broadcast, the Extreme Game of the Week. 8-man Extreme, part of the Extreme Sports Network. Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate live here at Fred Lane Field. Join every bit of the action here for the Knights and the Mountain Lions.
I just want to mention from my playings on this field, I'm 1-1.
He's 1-1 in his record here for playing here, and that record will stay in the record books that he's at 500. It's an onside kick attempted here by the Knights, hit out of bounds by one of the Mountain Lions players. And I believe how the rule is, because the Mountain Lions hit it and it deflected out of bounds, they will still retain the ball for a 1st and 10 there. It looked like it could have been a good chance for the Knights to recover the ball and get back on offense.
Yeah, you know that coach would have loved that, but you know, it's kind of pros and cons. They just kicked it there. They get a ground and pound team at the 40, around the 40-yard line, on their 40-yard line. So you gotta, they're gonna be pounding you, and I don't know.
About 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line. We'll look at the Knights defense after this play goes here. Rush the middle. Forward progress called at the 45-yard line, so it'll be about 2nd down and 7. Here's the starting defense for the Knights. At defensive back, number 7, Joshua Pace. At defensive back, number 9, Jaden Frazier. 13, defensive end, Ray Harlos. Linebacker, number 22, Caden Dickerson. Defensive end, number 34, Joshua Sperry. Defensive tackle, number 55, Josh Austin. Number 72, defensive tackle, Sam Ellis. And number 82 at defensive back, Jack James. Here's a rush up the middle, and free as a bird. Number 44, Will Bongard in the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Blaze Zeitler.
This is Will Bongard with a huge breakaway into the end zone and in for the touchdown. Just a great run there.
It's weird. It's kind of like they flipped the script, because FCS is chewing the clock more than Sewanee. And Sewanee, we thought was like ground and pound, get a chunky yard, get a chunky yard, get a chunky yard. The FCS one's doing that. And they just had that breakout run like what we're usually seeing with FCS. So it's kind of like it flip-flopped on us.
And here's Stevens for the extra point, and it is good. 14-6 the score with 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. The Mountain Lions keeping their dominance. We want to give a quick correction, ladies and gentlemen. We had some inaccurate information on our roster. Blaze Zettler is number 44. We had him down here as number 7. As the ball is loose there for the Knights. And here's a rush for number 1 of the Knights. I believe we don't have his number on the roster for number 1. Excuse me, that's a
fumbled a little bit.
Schumacher.
Jaden Frazier carries it out to the 3-yard
Excuse me,
line.
Jaden Frazier is number 1, not number 1 as well. So it's Blaze Zettler is 44. So it's 1st and 10 here for the Knights after a little bit of a slip up back on their own 6-yard line. So the clock runs down. Ball snap, pitch by Warren over to Cornett. Cornett going on the left side, and he's pulled down, I believe, just at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Jarrett Willis in on the tackle for the Mountain Lions.
So I'm sure that if they could get a hold of the Bowling Green Sewanee video, FCS, that they saw like Bowling Green was lining them up in the throwing game. So I'm wondering if FCS, we're going to see them throw a little bit more this game. Because that's what really kind of what Sewanee defensively struggles against is the passing game, the long passes. And So I wonder if we're going to see any more of that.
Here's 2nd and 11. A loss of actually 1 yard on the play. Warren scrambling around in the pocket, and he's brought down from behind. The Mountain Lions number 77, Jalen Tillman. He's just brought down there. Warren not having anyone open to pass to.
Yeah, your offensive line gotta give your quarterback at the very least 2 seconds. And I feel like they kind of gave it to him, but also with that rush, he had to scramble a little bit. You know, they try to throw it, but I don't know. They just gotta get something percolating. They gotta get something rolling.
And here's the starting defense for the Mountain Lions at nose guard number 3, Jarrett Willis, at outside linebacker number 7, 44 Blaze Zettler, and outside linebacker number 9, Ben Matthews, as that's 7, Joshua Pace, running on the left side here, gets to about the 7-yard line. That'll bring it to 4th down and 9.
Brings up 4th and 9 for the Knights.
Yeah, they ran the same play as they did in the first down, I'm pretty sure, right then. Kind of trying to do a little crap.
Lost for words tonight, huh?
Yeah, I'm a little tired, so some of the words aren't coming to me straight up, but they did the same play. You know, they could have just tried to flip it, you know, try to get on the outside and get past them 77 on the same play, but, you know, I understand the play call.
So Warren will punt it away. As we're saying, number 44, Blaze Zettler that outside linebacker. Ben Matthews, number 9, outside linebacker. Free safety, number 11, Justin Stensby. Cornerbacks, number 12, Caden Graham, and number 20, Steven Zhu. Middle linebacker, number 52, Justin Ilugari, and defensive tackle, number 77, Jalen Tillman. Score update for you. FCA leading 16-6 over Lighthouse with 7 minutes left in the first quarter, so they're dominant across the street there. And South Haven Christian School is tied with Hendersonville Christian Academy at 6 each with 9 minutes left in the first quarter. So they're keeping the games intense up there in Hendersonville, and just across the street here, Franklin Christian, their home team. So the Mountain Lions back on offense. Here's Dustin Stensby, hands it off, going up the middle, just a gain of about 4 or 5 yards on the play. It's a gain for Jalen Tillman. 2nd down.
Tackled by Josh Austin and Sam Ellis. Gain of 2 on the play.
And with that, they will head to the sidelines, and that'll be the end of the first quarter with the score 14-6. The Mountain Lions of St. Andrews Sewanee leading the Knights of the Franklin Classical School. You're watching the Extreme Game of the Week on the 8-Man Extreme YouTube channel, part of the Extreme Sports Network. Sides of the field have been switched. The Mountain Lions now defending the scoreboard for the second quarter.
Play resumes.
Here's 2nd and 6. Flagstone, it looks like it'll be a false start on the offense.
We got a perfect angle.
False start on the offense. So that'll move it back 5 yards. So it's about 2nd and 6. It'll be second. They're actually calling it 2nd and 13 by the PA announcer, but it's about 2nd down, and it looks like 13. He's actually about right. Ball on the 50-yard line. Ball snapped. Here's Stensby rushing to the right side, avoiding a tackle, avoids another one, going up the middle and pushes to about the 43-yard line to make it about 3rd down and 5.
One thing I'm seeing here, they're kind of wrapping up like they're supposed to. But after that, they're not chopping their feet. They're just letting them drag. You gotta plant your feet and you gotta pull that guy back. No matter if he's stronger than you, if you put a little resistance, you're going to give your guys enough time to get there. If they would have done that at the start as they first touched him, he wouldn't have got about 2 more yards.
3rd and 5. Stensby hands it off to his running back. He'll get the 1st down and more. That's a rush by 40. Excuse me. Looks like 31 from the. Excuse me. That is 44. That's Blaze Zettler making the rush there. So 1st and 10. This Blaze Zettler being a dominant force so far.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Sewanee, I'm happy because from what I remember us watching, he didn't run a whole lot. Number 1 ran it. Thoms ran it the most.
And here's Stensby trying to take the rush here, and he gets stopped 5 yards short of the 1st down. 2nd down and 5. It looks like it was going to be a pass, but nobody for Stensby to toss it to.
No, because FCS is the right defensive move. You're going to want to keep pretty much your safety in the back. Make sure, because if they do get it, they're only going to send. I'm only sending them run 1 pass play. And it's the one where they send a guy right up the middle, right at your safety. If your safety's biting on the run, then that's gonna be easy pass for him. But yeah, it's probably the coach told their safety, stay back, don't blitz, don't bite on the run, stay back because we're gonna need you to watch the pass.
And here's another handoff up the middle. It's stopped. Ben Matthews stopped short, well short of the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
You beat the PA that time.
So 10 minutes left to go before halftime. The clock's still running on. Both of these teams trying to just get the game continually progressing as soon as they can. A very interesting strategy for the both of them, but it's what we've seen from Sewanee, not so much from FCS. They've been more on the passing game in the previous games we've broadcast for them. And here's Stensby, pitches it out back to Zettler, and he gets down at the 29-yard line. 4th down and 4.
That's a tackle.
A little bit of a gain on the play.
That's how you tackle.
4th down and 4 here. Of course, Trent saying here, that's how you tackle.
Yeah, I mean, he did it correctly that time. Like, that's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to wrap him up, bring him down the ground, And he didn't just stop. He didn't stop chopping his feet. As soon as he got him, he took him to the ground.
And it looks like the Mountain Lions, even though they're within field goal range feasibly, they're not. They are going to go for it on 4th down here because they've got someone who can kick field goals. We saw him pre-game kicking at least 25-yard field goals, but it's way more distant here.
FCS needs to stop this. If I would guess, I would say they're going right up the middle. Oh, look who I was right. And this is a big stop, and then they got about 9 minutes if you round it to get the ball in the end zone. That's what they need to do.
Are you the Tony Romo of 8-man football predictions here?
Nah, it's just very easy to see what some teams are going to run.
Just really accurate on predictions there. He's 1 for 1 on predicting plays here. We'll see if he gets any others here. So turnover on downs. The Knights take over. So just 8.5 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter. So we'll see what Warren does here. Goes to his left, looking for the pass. He's going to try taking the rush, avoids 2 tackles. Warren across the middle, avoids another tackle, staying on his feet. Warren still inbounds down to about the 47-yard line. Cole Warren for a 1st down and more. That's what Coach Witherington said pregame, is that Cole Warren is a dominant force and they're not going to try to use him as much. But, I mean, Warren just found a good opportunity there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, their defensive team, like you know, 8-man, it's mostly run heavy. Let's be honest. It's going to be mostly run heavy. So not a lot of 8-man defenses are ready for the pass a lot of the time. So with them, their defense being scrambled, not really 100% confident of where they're supposed to be. You know, once you get out there running, like, it's just, you know, it's just a really good decision by, what's his name? Trey
Come on, Warren. It's Warren, the quarterback.
Good call about Warren, because I thought 77 was about to bring him down, but he was able to escape his grasp and say, he did what FCS needed.
7:52 left to go in the second quarter. Timeout called by the Mountain Lions as they lead 14-6. First down and 10. Ball handed off by Warren to Cornett again. He's tripped up in the backfield. That's 52, Justin Ilugary, bringing him down in the backfield.
Loss of a yard on the play.
That's second down and 12. Just a big defensive stop there by Ilugary.
Caught me at a bad time there. Yeah, that was a good defensive stop. I didn't really get to see it because someone told me to do something on my phone, so I wasn't able to really look at the play. But when I looked up, he was, I thought he was tackled for like 5 yards. Okay.
Looked like a larger loss on the play as Warren hands it off again. There's Ilugary going up, or excuse me, not Ilugary. It's Cornett going up the middle. Ilugary may have had a little bit of a stop there. Joshua Pace was the one with the rush there. We don't have spotters like they do in the NFL here, of course. Third down and 6.
49.5 yards.
Third down and 6. Ball snapped. Warren fakes the handoff, looking for the pass. He's being rushed. Going on the right side. Nowhere for him to go. Almost looked like a face mask there by Warren. That's fourth down and loss of about a yard.
Loss of a yard. Steven Zoo.
Actually, it was third down and 5 in the last play, so fourth down and 6.
4th and 7.
So we'll see what the Knights do here. Likely they'll just punt it away since they're just at midfield.
49.5-yard line.
6 minutes remaining on the game clock for second quarter.
I like seeing what FCS is doing, though. They're trying to throw the ball, and that's why I agree. I think that's what they should be doing. They shouldn't be running the ball. Or, they need to mix it in a little bit, but I think they need to be throwing it more than running it.
Fake handoff by Warren. They're going for it on fourth down. Toss it out. It is caught across the middle. And that's Jaden Frazier getting the reception at the 31-yard line. Jaden Frazier with a big play.
I like being right.
Just like you like being right in your predictions over James, right in everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
First and 10 Knights at the 22-yard line of the Mountain
I'm not
Lions.
humble.
No, good to know humility doesn't exist at 8-Man Extreme in Trent Legate. But of course, he knows his stuff at least.
Yeah.
First and 10 here for Franklin Classical. Warren hands it off. There's Cornett tripped up at the line of scrimmage and still pushing through. There's Eli Cornett, the freshman.
Eli Cornett on the carry.
Great carry across the left side and over the middle by Eli Cornett.
I want to mention, though, look how much time SCS is burning up the clock and how little time SCS has. It's like they swapped. I'm telling you. I'm more shocked about that right now than anything else.
Yeah, normally the Mountain Lions are the ones taking time off the clock here, but they will stop the clock with 4:58 left to go before halftime. 14-6. The Mountain Lions still leading. First and 10 for the Knights on the 11-yard line.
They need to punch
Here's
this down.
ball snapped. Warren goes to his right, tosses it over, and it is incomplete. Almost recepted there by 34, Joshua Sperry. And Josh Sperry probably beating himself up over that one.
No, I mean, yeah, probably, but he shouldn't. I mean, yeah, it was questionable. I mean, like I said, they don't throw it all the time. Eight-man football, or at least this conference, you don't see a lot of throwing, so they're not used to it, especially during game time. So you can't really knock him for not securing that catch, but it would have been great if he would have.
Here's Warren making the handoff, rushing by himself across the middle, and Warren pushing through. And he will get just short of the first down marker, 3rd and 2.
Gain of at least 8 on the play.
Cole Warren with good effort there to keep the defense from tackling him.
Good call by the coach. That's all I gotta say.
Here's Warren, hands it off to Cornett, and he's in for the touchdown. Eli Cornett making his name as a freshman on the Knight squad. And he's got 3 more years ahead of him, and then he's already a dominant force on this football team.
I called it. That's all I gotta say. I called it. I was right again.
That's all you care about, is just making sure you get it right here.
Yeah, pretty much.
So another 2-point conversion attempt here for the Knights, this one to tie the game.
They need to get this because they don't want to be down 2 later in the game.
And here's Warren scrambling around, tosses it in the end zone. It is caught. The 2-point conversion is good. Jaden Frazier catching it. We're tied at 14 with 4:09 left to go before halftime.
I just want to let people know that was an amazing catch. It might not look like it, but that was an amazing catch.
It's good for him to pull that in and tuck it in just so he could keep possession of it. Tied at 14 here in Franklin. Just a little bit late there. They had a quick onside kick. We thought we would have some time here. An onside attempt, and the ref stopped the clock to look into the pile, and they rule it. The Mountain Lions have possession. Onside kick, and the Knights give good field advantage to St. Andrew Sewanee.
Yeah, that's the second time they onside kicked. I wonder if they just don't want to give them a chance to return it. I mean, I thought that caught me off guard because I didn't even know they were lined up to kick the ball. So I feel that's a good call by the head coach for FCS.
So here's 1st and 10 for the Mountain Lions on the 49-yard line. And here's Stensby running it on the right side. Flag is thrown, and Stensby brought down behind the line of scrimmage. But we'll see what the referee calls here. That was a good sack, though, regardless of the penalty result.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what the penalty was. It was something that happened with the line. I know who.
We'll see what the referee signals here. It's a chop block. I believe it's tripping out of that or chop block on the offense. So they'll bring this ball back. The coach will accept the penalty.
Let's accept the penalty. 10-yard penalty against the Mountain Lions. That'll
Seth Witherington saying yes, we'll take the penalty there, even though they got the sack. It's weird how they accept it. I guess you'd want more yards for them to attempt to get the first down instead of just take it down in less yards.
Yeah, and then again, you know, fielding the ball. If they get a punt, they stop them every drive right here. That's, what is it, 10 yards back farther they have to punt, and gives them 10 yards closer after the punt, you know, than they would have been.
Here's a rush up the middle. It's an attempted run by 18, Jack Simmons. So second down and long. Looks like maybe about second down and 9. Scoring update at the end of the first quarter. FCA is dominating Lighthouse 24-6. So we're not at that game. I'm sure James will talk about it on the show about what he sees from both of those teams over across the street. But that's interesting to see Lighthouse just completely slumped down and not as good as they used to be, as Stensby rushing up the middle gets to about the 48-yard line for third down and about 12.
Now, if I'm SCS, I have the ball.
Third and 12
correct,
for the
but
Mountain
I'm wanting to
Lions.
get to halftime because as a head coach, I'm wanting to get my players together, tell them about what's happening, tell them how to fix it, tell them to get their minds back in the game. It's a tied game, so it's still anybody's ball game. We're probably going to go into the half with the starting pretty much how it ended, tied.
Third down and 12. Stensby under center. Fakes the handoff, trying to push through and only gets no gain on the play. Fourth down and 12, and I believe Swanee will punt it away.
Yeah, it looks like Swanee. They got it. Their head coach told me he doesn't like me talking about the pass game, but I feel like I'm going to be seeing it the second half because it doesn't like the run. The past 2 drives have been working out for him.
The pass game will certainly help them throughout the remainder of this crucial game that could impact the playoffs very much for either team, as the ball is fumbled. Punter is picked up by one of the Swanee players. Zettler trying to push through the offensive line. He gets a little bit of a gain, but not enough for a first down, as the ball is turned over.
Very Harlow.
So first and 10 for the Knights in Mountain Lions territory.
That is exactly what FCS wanted. They scored, they made a good stand, and they made a mess. They made them have a mistake. Now they got the ball on theirs on the 50. What is it? No, 40.
So it's about the 48-yard line as a run up by Warren, and here's Cornett again, stopped for a loss of about a yard on the play, second down and 11.
Yeah, I didn't really see what the run was for because they got a minute. If they get it where they call the timeout, it's going to be minute 25. They got minute 25. They need to start passing this ball because if they try to run it, they're going to run out of time. And they don't got a kicker, so they can't take the 3 here. So they need to get in the end zone. They got a minute. It should be 25, but minute 22. To get something rolling, and if they score, that is amazing for them because I think they get the ball at half. Yes, they do get the ball at half. So that'd be great. And then if they could go up 14, that's what they want. That is what they want.
1:22 left to go before halftime, tied at 14 here at Fred Lane Field. And Trent and I, of course, will give analysis at halftime and give you from what we've seen of this game so far. Live from Franklin, a tie between 2 of the powerhouses in the MTAC South. So here's second down and 11 for the Knights with only a minute and 22 seconds left to work with. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. They could certainly try something here as Warren going to the left side looking for the deep pass across the middle. It is intercepted! That's number 21 of the Mountain Lions. Gabriel Stevens still on his feet to about the 42-yard line. Gabriel Stevens, the junior, perfectly anticipating that pass. Short intended for Jaden Frazier. What a play.
He ran it back about 18 yards.
That's not what they wanted.
Isaiah
That
Austin
is
stopped the
terrible.
ball and get the touchdown.
But then again, I don't see SA. Actually, no, I can't say that because they have a lot of breakout runs. But if they do what they're used to doing, running down the clock, they don't have enough clock to run down. It's going to become halftime before they get to be able to score.
So only 65 seconds left for the Mountain Lions to work with if they want any score here. So here's a rush across the middle, and Stensby gets a lot of gain on this play, but takes many players to push him down. He's stopped at about the 26-yard line, so first down and more.
Tackled by Ray Harlow and Caden Dickerson.
Again, for SAS, Sewanee, they got a kicker. And we've seen him, he can kick a 25-yard field goal. So unlike FCS where they had to get in the end zone, they don't have to. They can get a 3 right here.
They can get a 3-point field goal here and take the lead if they wanted to, as a rush on the left side is short.
To the left.
Number 11, Dustin Stensby again. A timeout called by the Mountain Lions.
By the Sewanee Mountain Lions. That leaves 37.2 seconds left in the half.
So 37.2 left before halftime as the Mountain Lions call a timeout. Second and 5 for the Mountain Lions. Only 37.2 left before halftime. And here's a pass by Stensby across the middle, tipped at the last second, intended for Mountain Lions. Steven Zhu. That was a nice block by 82 Jack James, the senior, with a big stop.
Hey, that was good by Sewanee. I'm happy that they threw the ball. Rather than that one play, now they got 2 throwing plays I've seen. I'm happy for that. Good job, Sewanee, man.
Sure, you'll get a bunch of crap from that from Coach Hargis after the game as Stensby tosses across the middle, and it is caught. They stopped the clock and moved the chains at the 10-yard line. That was a good catch.
Clock stops on the first.
That was a good catch by Steven Zhu. They stopped the clock there. And now the clock running, and here's Stensby again, pass across the middle. It is caught for the touchdown. Gabriel Stevens with the touchdown.
There's no touchdown.
Excuse me, they actually ruled that an incomplete pass. Excuse me. Looked like it was almost count across the middle there. Very close. My apologies. It did look like it was a touchdown there. But a timeout called by the Knights. 7.3 seconds left.
I'm shocked that Sewanee's actually threw the ball 3 times in a row now. I am so happy for their coach because I give Sewanee a hard time about barely throwing it. Throwing it 1% is 100% of the time. But I'm happy that they're actually throwing the ball. I'm glad to see that.
That passing has helped them out so far with that good catch. The right sideline of the 10-yard line. They've got about they've got 1, maybe 2 plays left before halftime.
Play resumes after the timeout.
$7.3 left before halftime. The Mountain Lions, maximum 2 plays left. But this may be the last one as Stensby in the pocket looking for the pass. He's rushed, scrambling around, tosses it on the left sideline. It is caught for the touchdown as time expires. Blaze Zettler with the catch. No flags.
No flags in the play. Touchdown.
Okay. I mean,
halftime runs out.
Swanee has a good reputation of just making me stop talking.
They're certainly surprising you right now.
Yeah, they surprised me on the first game I did, and they surprised me on the second game. In this game, they're throwing the ball, so they're shocking me right now.
Of course, we'll see a field goal attempt here. Between the uprights, it is good. 21-14, the Mountain Lions lead the Knights going into halftime in this primetime extreme game of the week. Time for Trent and I to do our halftime analysis here. Let's see if we can get this camera flipped around just a little bit. All right, Trent, let's get in the camera angle here. We'll see if we can fit ourselves in here. There we go. Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate live here from Fred Lane Field. 21-14, the Mountain Lions leading over the Knights. A close game altogether, but one of the main points that we've seen here, Trent, is that both teams, the Knights more so, are running down the clock. What are you doing? The Mountain Lions are not running down the clock as much as the Franklin Classical School Knights.
Turn on your team. It's halftime.
The Franklin Classical School Knights have been doing in this game. The Mountain Lions have run it down in all the previous games we've seen as their main strategy here. So the Knights taking an interesting approach.
Yeah, it's kind of a little questionable on the clock running at the end right there. I never really heard of after a first down you stop the clock. Never seen that happen in any other games, but actually I probably have. I just haven't noticed it.
Yeah, some of it I believe they've been stopping the clock. If it's under 2 minutes, the referees have the right to stop the clock if they're placing the ball after a long period of time. So I believe that may be the rule that they're using there. But then again, you know, it might be something different. We never know. It's up to the referee's jurisdiction, of course. Now, the Mountain Lions, they got that last touchdown at the end, and they'd taken the lead. Do you think this game is going to go into overtime with the way it's been progressing?
I don't know. It could. It really could, because both teams are fighting hard. They're showing their true heart because they both really, really want this game. Swanee's not going to lay down. FCS isn't going to lay down until the very end. You know that. You know both. We know both teams. They both want to make it to. Both want to make it to the championship this year. So, you know, and they know this is where they're going to earn their keep up there. These are big games, and they know they're not going to stop because they know how much is at stake right now.
21-14, the Mountain Lions leading the Knights at halftime. We'll be back in about 8 minutes for coverage of the second half. You're watching the Extreme Game of the Week on the 8-Man Extreme YouTube channel, part of the Extreme Sports Network. Welcome back live to Fred Lane Field. The Mountain Lions kicked it as the Knights received the ball for the second half. So Franklin Classical has the ball. Once again, Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate enjoying all the buds up here in the bleachers. Wishing there was a press box up here, but you know, we'll make do in the redneck press box. Here's a rush by Cornett. And ball is loose, but ruled down by contact.
At the line of scrimmage. Ball came out after his knee was down.
And the clock again running down. We'll likely see like an hour and a half game maybe here.
St. Andrew Swanee.
Yeah, you know, this might be done early. We can go see a bit of FCA versus Lighthouse.
I'm not sure about the scoring update on that. James texting us updates as he gets them. We're still waiting on something from James, of course, on some updates. We'll see how it goes from there. Let's see. Looks like Webb is leading. Let me see if I can read all these as it's tossed over, caught by the tight end, 82 of the Knights. Good catch and reception there by
Cole
Jack
Warren
James.
completes the pass to Jack James.
No, let's see if I can read all
Gain
the
of
scores
9
here.
on the
Okay.
play brings up 3rd and 1 for the
32 to
Knights
6. Lighthouse
at the
leading.
29-yard line.
Lighthouse being led by FCS. Southaven leading 14 to 6 with 10 minutes left until their halftime, and Webb is dominating Madisonville 28 to 0 in the first quarter. And it says 20 to 6 here with 5:28 left in the second quarter. I believe he meant that for the Southaven game. So Southaven will stay undefeated so far. And here's Warren handing it up. And that is Pace running the ball.
Josh Pace taken down by Jalen Tillman for the Mountain Lions. Loss of a yard on the play. That brings up 4th down.
Let's go, Knights, come on!
So here's Warren handing it off up the middle. Forward progress called.
Hands off to Josh Pace, who gets the first down for the Knights.
And Pace will get the first down.
First
Joshua
and 10
Pace
at the
showing his mark
34-yard
already in
line.
this game.
I'm sorry, these bugs are everywhere.
Yeah, they're just falling out of the sky for whatever reason. Not whatever reason. I think they all keep hitting the light and just getting electrocuted or something. But we'll make do.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see FCS. You know, it's good for them to get the ball back, start second quarter, try to get the game tied back. But
here's Warren again running on the right side. Looks like he's going to go out of bounds at about the 46-yard line.
Warren keeps the ball, runs
So big
to
first
Mountain
down
Lion
for the Knights
territory.
as they're trying to make it back in this game.
Ball's down at the 46-yard line of Mountain Lions.
yeah, they've been running the ball so
Cole
far.
Warren is taken out of
And
bounds.
they probably threw it once so far in this drive, so you know,
By number
kinda
20,
going
Steven
back away
Zhu.
from what they were doing in the first half and going back to the run.
Bugs are pretty brutal up here, I'll be honest with you. We'll focus on the rest of the game, of course, and give you as much action as we can. Both of us are showering tonight, that's for sure. As here's Warren, hands it off. And there's Cornett, pushing through, staying on his feet. Eli Cornett taking several Knights players
his
to
feet
bring him
moving.
down.
Same thing with Sewanee, like I said, FCS, you gotta wrap up. You gotta, if you get a hand on the guy,
Gain of 9 on the play brings up
hold on
2nd
for your
and
life
1.
because you can slow down the guy as much as you can.
The Mountain
help
Lion
your teammates get
37-yard
to him, but
line.
you gotta wrap up when it's 1v1 and he's coming right in front of you. Break down. Be sure you wrap up and drive your hips. This stuff they're taught.
So here's Warren on 2nd and 2. Deep toss on the left side, and it is almost receptive. Jaden Frazier
Warren
not able to get it there. Good coverage
find
by
Jaden
11
Frazier
of the Mountain Lions. Dustin
in the
Stansby
corner.
is also a free safety.
Covered
So
by
that'll
number
stop
11,
the clock
Dustin
at least,
Stinsby.
but I mean, Jaden Frazier could have had one of the catches of his career.
With some
Yeah, I mean,
help
he already
from
had a good
Gabriel
one at that
Stevens.
last 2-point conversion that they had. That was a good catch. They got a good wide receiver at number 1. Sorry, I don't memorize the guys' names, but let's go by their numbers. So, green and 1. Yeah.
This is green and 1, Jaden Frazier. Here's Warren in the shotgun. Hands it off, and there goes Cornett. Excuse me, that's actually seven.
Inside handoff to Josh Pace. First down Knights.
And that's a first
Powers
down
his way
for Franklin
The
Classical.
26-yard line.
Bugs in your hair.
Oh yeah, bugs well in everybody's hair here. I would put on my hat, but there are bugs within the hat because stupid me put it upside down when we came here.
Yeah, you might want to throw the head away.
Nah, I'll be able to wash it out.
Nah, I just let it
Here's Warren, toss it on the left side, incomplete.
Warren.
Tight end Jack James.
Good deflection.
Trying to
Good,
catch
good deflection.
Jack James on the far side. In and out of his
second
hands.
down and 10.
2nd and 10.
Here's Warren scrambling around in the pocket. Warren brought down by several players. Now 3rd down
Warren
and
keeps
13.
A lot of movement on the play, but no gain. Actually, a slight loss. Bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 11 for the Knights.
Here's Warren again, hands it off to his running back, 22, trying to stay on his feet, and he's stopped at the line of
Warren
scrimmage.
hands off.
4th down and 10.
Caden Dickerson.
Attempted run by Caden Dickerson, but unsuccessful.
Hits the line, runs to the left. Gain of 2 on the play, but it brings up 4th and 10.
Come on, line! Let's have a block!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, when we get the next break here, we're going to stop the stream and reset it, as we're seeing here that it is having blackout issues. And it's not a blackout broadcast, of course, but we'll get it back up and running when there's the next stoppage here. Penalty called on the offense.
False start
False start.
on the Knights. Loss of 5 brings up 4th and 15.
That's what we did, and then. Here's a toss by Warren going on the right side. It is caught by Frazier, but not enough to get to the first
Warren
down.
completes to Jaden Frazier.
Turnover on downs. The Mountain Lions
Not enough yards on the play.
take over.
Come on!
Mountain Lions take over at their own 25.
All right, D, stop him here! Let's go, defense!
Friday night. We got that.
Come on, D! Blow up your assignment! Rack him here!
There's 1st and 10 here for the Mountain Lions. Stensby hands it off to his running back. He gets about a gain of 3 yards on the play. It's a gain by 44 Zettler. 2nd and 6.
Play Zettler, gain of 4 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 6. Caden Dickerson in on the tackle.
Defense, don't wait! Go get him!
About 2nd and 6 here. Stensby in the shotgun, and it's going to be a pass play for Stensby across the middle. It is through the arms of 21
Justin
Gabriel
Stensby.
Stevens.
Incomplete.
Pass.
Trying to hit number 21, Gabriel Stevens.
I like what SAS is doing. I like what Swan's doing. Like
Luke gets hands on it.
It's quite heavy now. So
Brings up
if
3rd
you're
and
a
6 for the
coach
Mountain
now, you're
Lions.
thinking, well, oh no. We thought Sewanee was the only run team and one pass play. Not anymore. They have incorporated quite a bit into the passing offense.
Don't wait! Go get him!
Now Swanee on 3rd down. They still have a lead here by a touchdown. The clock stopped, 4:42 left in the 3rd quarter. And here's Stensby across the middle, 1st down and more. Stensby running on the right side. Dustin Stensby into the end zone for a Mountain Lions touchdown.
Quarterback keeper, Dustin Stensby. Right up the middle, then
It's an
left.
unfortunate defensive fail there on the Knights' part. But Mountain Lions fans
Touchdown,
are certainly
Mountain
cheering
Lions.
right now with that touchdown.
Look at 27-14 with 4:25 left in the third quarter.
All right, after we give
was
you
a
coverage of the
PAT
two-point
attempt.
conversion attempt, we will restart the stream. Be sure to be subscribed to our channel so you can get an update on the new video that will have relive video. So we're back, and the point after try is no good. 27-14
Kick
to
is
score
no
with
good.
4:25 left to go in the third quarter. The Mountain Lions lead by 13.
You gotta run!